Hey, this is David Crone with HorseRacingNation.com, giving you your daily Derby update from Monday, April 26th. A lot happened today. I'm going to try to rip through it as quick as we can. We're going to start with the Todd Pletcher segment of the show. It was announced today that both Sam F. Davis winner Rule and San Felipe runner-up Interactif have been withdrawn from Derby consideration on the heels of Escandreas being withdrawn yesterday. That's going to allow Backtalk and Jackson Bend into the field, along with Todd Pletcher's filly, Devil May Care, who they are now saying is definitely pointing to the Derby. John Velasquez will ride, so some big news on that front today. Now let's get to the works. I'm going to go from bad to good. There were 4 major works today, not counting Interactif, who we just said is out. We're going to start with Line of David, who worked 6 furlongs in a very iffy 114-4. The gallop out was awful. He just does not look like a horse that handled the track at all today. Maybe he just hated the mud. Maybe he's not coming up to this race in as good a form as you'd like. Not a real promising work from Line of David. American Lion worked 5 furlongs in 102-3. He went out the first 3 furlongs in a pretty slow 38 flat. Got the last quarter mile in 24-3. Not exceptionally fast. To me, he looks like a horse that doesn't quite have the speed to go with the front runners in this year's Derby, and I just don't see him having the acceleration to run these horses down. So I don't love American Lion. I think this work kind of confirmed what I think he is. Looking at Lucky had a really solid work. He worked 5 furlongs in 1 minute and 1/5. It was a really good work. It wasn't jaw-dropping. It wasn't absolutely exceptional. I think it's going to be one of those works that is just a good work. If you think Looking at Lucky is one of the top contenders, if you think he's a deserving favorite, if you think he deserves to be 3-1, if you thought that yesterday, I don't think you have any reason to change your mind. If you thought yesterday that he was a vulnerable Derby favorite now, that he's a horse that's very beatable, then I don't think this work is going to make you change your mind on that front either. It's just a good work, good average work. It's what he needed to do. It's nothing exceptional. And Noble's Promise is the one that I'm going to say was the best work of the day. He's had an amazing Derby week. He went from on the shelf to even run to having maybe the best Derby work of the week so far today. He worked 4 furlongs in 48-4. He had a monster gallop out in 13-2. Just an excellent, excellent piece of work from a horse like Noble's Promise, who a lot of people have kind of gotten off after his bad effort in the Arkansas Derby, but he had some trouble in there at the start. He's clearly a talented horse. He's been within a length of Looking at Lucky 3 times. Looking at Lucky is going to be 3-1 in here. Noble's Promise is going to be 25 or 30-1. You know, to me, this is a contender that makes some sense to fill out the bottom parts of your tries and supers. You know, could this horse run 3rd or 4th? I think it's definitely possible. His pedigree is really light on the distance and stamina influences, so a win might be too much, but this is a really, really good work for Noble's Promise. So that's the news today for the as far as the Derby goes. Make sure you stick with HorseRacingNation.com. Keep checking back with us all through the rest of the week. Make sure you keep following us. We're going to have all kinds of good stuff coming up in these last few days, and we will see you tomorrow.